Hey folks, it's time for another Nautilus Leak.
Mein Name ist Boris Worm, ich bin ein Professor für
Boris,
Marine
kannst du bitte
Natur.
Englisch sprechen? For my English audience.
Sure. So my name is Boris Worm and I'm a professor in marine conservation biology at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
What do you say is the biggest challenge we face today?
I think generally speaking our biggest challenge is how little we understand from the ocean. It's an environment we're only discovering now. 90% of species in the ocean, for example, haven't been discovered yet, so we're really only scratching the surface. And the biggest challenge is to make decisions about how to use the ocean and how to tread lightly in light of that ignorance.
And the work you do, can you tell us about it?
Sure.
You know, as a scientist?
So in my research, I really try to understand what effect we as people have on the ocean and what effect the ocean has on us, how that relationship works and how we can turn it into a more productive one. For example, by avoiding the extinction of species. For example, by limiting climate change and the change to plankton ecosystems that are feeding everything in the ocean. For example, by setting up large protected areas that are strategically placed to protect species that are vulnerable.
Species like?
Tuna and large cod and halibut and so on worldwide have decreased by as much as 90%. Same for the large whales, although the whales now are recovering because we made a singular decision to protect them. And this decision, I think, has to be broadened to other species, not just whales, but it's obviously a good start.
What would you say to someone who's written a thesis called Downward Spiral, the Inevitable Collapse of Ocean Ecosystems?
I'm a big fighter against cynicism because I think it's the toxin of our time, because it makes us lazy. It makes us not wanting to understand things and not wanting to do something proactively, and I think it's never too late. Well, the beautiful thing about the ocean is that by law it belongs to all of us. There's an international law of the sea which says the ocean is the common heritage of all mankind. That means every single one of us, we own a piece of it. So that also comes with the responsibility. We need to take care of it, and everybody needs to play a part of this. For example, one of the big threats today is plastic pollution, and we all contribute to this.
Especially those darn plastic action figures.
So by minimizing our use of plastic and maximizing recycling and reuse of plastic, we're already contributing to a healthier marine environment. Another big insidious threat is climate change and the acidification of the ocean. The carbon dioxide we emit that dissolves in the ocean and turns it into an acid that dissolves coral reefs and other ocean creatures. So by limiting our use of fossil fuels and switching to alternative energies, we can make a big contribution for a healthier ocean. And then finally, we can just speak up.
Speak up!
Our very survival depends on a healthy ocean, and nothing seems to be more important than that.
Hallelujah!
So wo seid ihr gerade?
I'm in trouble. I've gone over Nemo's 3-minute limit for leaks. Shall we sign off? Mobilis in mobili.